Hi, my name is Mark from BizPro. We're an MYOB Solutions enterprise partner. In this short video, we'll be taking you through a solution to a very common question we get in regards to the MYOB EXO Business ERP software. A lot of our users have got a wide range of suppliers with a very large stock database, and a really common request is being able to easily import data, in particular pricing sheets from suppliers. Let's say you have suppliers who send you Excel-based spreadsheets of new pricing updates, maybe quarterly or even annually, and often it's a bit of a pain trying to go into all of those products, apply the new cost prices, and then try to work out new list prices for your customers. Well, we've got a really good solution to make that really easy. We use a feature in EXO Business called a quick insert template that allows us to easily copy and paste data from Excel and then have it update information in the system. We're going to run through that example today and show you how easy it is.
Okay, let's get started. So first of all, I'm just going to show you some setup options that we've prepared here. First of all, on our stock groups, in the stock utilities area, we've added a special utility to allow you to maintain your stock groups and set up your preferred margins. As an example here, I've just put a preferred 20% margin on my engine stock group. This is just in the demo database. What this will mean is that when I import pricing from my supplier, anything that's within the engine stock group, it will work out a 20% margin and get my selling price from there. I've also set up some coding in the background to automatically divide by the exchange rate, so it will convert my supplier's price into Aussie dollars based on the current exchange rate that I've got set in the system. And I've also set a default 3% overhead margin. So what it will do is convert it by the exchange rate and then apply an extra 3% to take into account shipping and container costs, etc. Then work out 20% margin from there. Now this is all customizable, and obviously you can change your percentages. And another option that I've set up here is an override on a product. 20% is all well and good for the group, but maybe there's a particular product that you want to throw some extra margin into because it's a hot seller, or you may need to be more competitive with it. So what we've done there, if we have a look in the stock item, and I have a look at my air filter, under the extra fields area, we've got an override margin percentage field that I've added, and I've upped this one to 25. So rather than the default 20% based on its stock group, it's going to pick up the 25%. Okay, so now let's see all of this in action. What I've done here is set up a basic spreadsheet to simulate what we might get from our supplier. It's got our stock code, the description, and then the supplier's cost in US dollars. Now, if your supplier uses a different code to your stock code, don't panic, this is all flexible. So what we can do is, rather than using the stock code, we can use the supplier code. So as long as there's some link between the supplier's spreadsheet and your system, that's all we need. So then the next step is to have somewhere to import it into. Back under utilities, under stock utilities, we've created another quick insert template, which is import supplier price lists. If I open this one up, it'll bring up our full stock list, and if I wanted to, I could manually key prices into here, but obviously that's not the idea today. I'm going to highlight these cells here from the supplier spreadsheet. I'll Control-C and copy that, and then come over to our quick insert template and paste that information straight in. So you can see when I right-click on the column heading, I've got the option to paste from clipboard. I'll confirm yes to that. And the system has whizzed through and updated the prices. So if we just check that back here for the air pressure gauge, we had a price of $21. And you can see here for the air pressure gauge, it's updated it to $21. So I'm going to hit save on that. And that's just updated the price in bulk for all products on here. Now it doesn't matter whether I've got 3 or 3,000, it would whiz through and update all those prices. Okay, so that's it. Information is in. Now we can use this same concept to bring in new products and perform lots of other bulk updates in the system. You can use it to update your selling prices rather than cost prices by you maintaining them in Excel. So you decide what you want them to be and then import them in bulk rather than going into each item one at a time. So it's a really useful feature, and we can use it for whatever we like. I'll close that now, and I'll get rid of this spreadsheet. And let's have a look at what's happened. So if I go into the stock items and have a look at the air filter 01, you can see this one has brought in the $10 supplier price in US dollar from my spreadsheet. Hasn't touched any of the other prices because these are my last average and standard cost. These ones would be updated when we actually bring in new stock at the new cost. What it has done though is applied the exchange rate and margin information to then work out a selling price of $18, which it's updated automatically. If I change this, and you can see it in action a bit easier here, if I make that $11 and close out of there and go back in, you can see it's updated my selling price to $20. So it's just working that out based on the formulas that we've got set in the system. The other thing that is really handy, so let's remember that 11 and 20, that's based on the current exchange rate. If I go into the general ledger and go to update exchange rates and go into my United States dollars and change this to 0.95, it's giving me a warning that it's a really big change, but that's okay. And I'll save that. If we go back to the stock item now and have a look, you can see the price has changed again. It's come down because we're now getting a much better exchange rate, and so we can afford to sell that at a much cheaper price. Now obviously that was an extreme variance just for this scenario, but the same would apply for any real variances. So you can see there that's actually updated all products that are in US dollars, still applying the rules of the override margin, if there is one, or the standard margin based on the stock group. All right, well that's the end of this presentation. Thanks for your time, and if you've got any questions, obviously feel free to give us a call at BizPro. The numbers will be on the screen now.